Yo, what's up guys? It's Dom. I know it's been a while. I always do this. I always leave YouTube and then come back. I want to give you guys an update, kind of what's gone on this year, and just a little update on my life, what kind of cars I've had, what kind of cars I have, and just go from there. I definitely want to get back into YouTube and do at least a video a week. I know it's hard. It's a hard job. I see these YouTubers talking about it. These guys who do a video a day, like, come on, that's super hard. Much respect to them. But yeah, I definitely want to get back into YouTube and do like a video a week just on whatever is going on, whether it's buying a car, selling a car, doing a modification, drifting with the boys, and just do a video, you know? So let's go downstairs. I just recently purchased a car, nothing crazy, kind of something that you guys seen before, whether you know me personally or whether you've seen some of the videos I posted before. It's nothing new, but it was a car that popped up on Marketplace for a really good deal. It did sit for 10 years in like a shack that the dude didn't even own anymore. It was in Niagara Falls, New York, and it's been there for 10 years. Originally a car from California, so you know, not much rust if any. So let's go downstairs and let's check it out. Alright, so first I'm gonna show you guys this car. This is my, okay, let's ignore this. Zip tie fix, the mirror keeps popping out. But this is my first car, actually. My first ever car. 1987 Porsche 944. It's the car I learned how to drive stick shift on, and then I actually blew the clutch up. 5-speed. Inline 4, 2.5 liter. Slow car, but fun. Kind of like a Miata, but I would say more refined. It is transaxle, trans in the back, so it's like 50-50 weight distribution. Handles very well. Not a perfect car by any means. It was actually in a field for about 12 years, and it hasn't ran during those 12 years. I did tow it up on a dolly with my Frontier, which I will show you guys later. I did tow it up on a dolly and got it to run with the help of my friends, specifically Josh. There are two crank sensors in the back of the motor, and the plugs are exactly the same, and they were switched, so car wasn't getting any spark. Switched them back and it started to want to run. The paint was like super faded. I mean, this side was repainted with, I think, 2-stage paint, and these cars came from factory with single stage, which is what this side was. It was super faded, but a lot of it did come back pretty nicely. A lot of parts are still messed up. I mean, it's not perfect, but it runs, drives. I actually drove it from Buffalo to New York City, which is like a 6-hour drive, almost 400 miles one way, 800-mile round trip, and the car made it with no issues. I mean, everything works in it too. Windows, heat, AC doesn't. It's all there, but maybe it needs a recharge, not too sure. So that's this car, and then I don't know if you guys just caught a glimpse of what I got in Niagara Falls, but let me show you. So here it is, 1994 BMW 325i. Interior is very rough, as are most E36s. Door panels like to fall off, windows like to stop working. The body itself, like rust wise, is very clean. The jack points are like pristine. Unfortunately, it was in a shed like shack that was falling apart for the better part of 10 years. It does have like a little dent here. Both the front fenders excuse me, both the front fenders super dented. You can tell. Probably gonna do over fenders on the front. This is going to be a drift car, so I'm not too worried about it cosmetically. I do want it to look nice, but I got this car for a really good deal. Like I said, it was in a garage that was falling apart for the last 10 years. There was like a mattress on top of it, a couch on top of it, very dusty. The driver window was tilted down a little bit because the regulator's shot. Unfortunately, no one figured out how to just prop it up. So the interior did have some mold, which I did clean up properly. So the car was originally bought in California, and it was driven to Buffalo, New York, which is literally across the country, in 2006, I believe. And then it was in Buffalo for about 5 years. Does look like it was undercoated, so rust wise it's very clean underneath, and it's just like a perfect start for a drift chassis. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The diff's welded. Mateus helped me weld that up. Cos helped me take the diff out, and we welded the diff. And the main issues with the car were that the passenger front caliper was seized, so I changed that, and then I put pads in the front. The rear brakes looked brand new. It didn't even have like rust on the rotors. What else? It had these super ugly, let me show you. It had these super ugly 15-inch wheels on it, and when I was changing the caliper, I don't know if you can see them down there. They're very ugly, especially when the center cap is on. They look terrible. When I was changing the caliper, Napa kept giving me calipers that would not clear the stock 15-inch wheels. I don't know if they just don't have E36 calipers anymore, because they kept giving me E46 calipers, which require I think at least a 16 or 17 to run. But regardless, like 3 or 4 trips back and forth to Napa, I got the front caliper situation figured out, and I've been driving it ever since. It doesn't have the blower motor doesn't work at all on any speed, so it's either the resistor or just changing the blower motor. I could tell it has heat because when I'm driving, like even when there's nothing blowing, I feel the heat. Like I have the heat turned on and I can definitely feel it. So hopefully it's just the blower motor and not the heater core. Let me show you guys the engine bay. That's the one part that's clean about this car. And like for the most part, pretty much everything works besides the blower motor and that window. But yeah, it's just a stock M50 Vanos. The guy did do the clutch recently, so that's nice. But one thing I do want to do today is address these headlights and do a little wet sand and buff them. So let's take the Porsche out and start doing that. Alright, let's pull this thing in. This car runs like a top. Like it literally starts started right up after 10 years. And it's perfect, quiet. All the gears work. Hear that chirping while the diff. Alright. Let's start doing the headlights. Alright guys, the first thing I'm gonna do, use some soapy water, clean the lights first, and then I'm going to use some 1200 grit sandpaper with some soapy water and wet sand the lights side to side and just get the haziness and the yellowness off of the lights. So let me do that real quick and we'll get right back. So usually you're gonna want to tape off all the pieces surrounding the headlight because you don't want to scratch anything when you're sanding. But this is a drift car. I'm not too concerned about little scratches, so just a heads up. Okay, you can see the headlight starting to get a bit hazy. You're gonna want to keep going until the wetness from sanding is no longer like yellow or dirty. When you're sanding and you see the foam from the soapy water kind of just stay white, that's when you know you're pretty much good to go and you got most of the dirt and just haziness and fogginess out. And then I'll tell you the next step after that. Alright. So I hope you could see. There's like moisture in these headlights. They're not perfect, but you see how it's like clear hazy as opposed to this one, which is like a yellow hazy. Yeah, so that's pretty much the step you wanted to get to, and then from here I'm going to use my orbital buffer, and use the cleaner polish from Meguiar's, and then I'm gonna finish it off with that show car glaze, and that should bring it back to life. Normally like a more permanent fix would be to clear coat this, but I don't have any clear coat and I'm just looking kind of just for a temporary freshen up of these headlights. So let's buff it and I'll get back to you guys. Well, I've literally never seen this happen before. The pad no longer sticks to the buffer. Like, this is never I've used hundreds of these pads on this buffer, and for some reason now it's all glazed with some, it's no longer like a Velcro. Anyways, I do have a drill. I do believe has, yep, it has buffing pads, so I am a-okay. But yeah, look, this is what I mean. This is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to have a Velcro section, which, boom, sticks on. Alright, got my drill with the pad on it. So again, I'm going to use the Meguiar's cleaning compound, which is a medium level cut. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm gonna go over it a few more times, but you can just tell how much better it is already. And that was just with the cutting and that was just with the cutting compound. I'm also going to put the finishing type of polish on it with a different pad. So there you go. Just keep doing that. Use some more cutting compound just to get those like finer scratches out. You can see. Go over it a few more times with the compound, the cutting compound, and then just finish it off with the final glaze. Show you guys the final product. Alright guys, this is after doing the finishing glaze. So you can see there's still condensation, but they are a ton clearer than they were before. Alright, let's do the other side. So what's up?
Yo, what's good, man?
What's good, man?
You know the vibes, man. I always wish to wash my lips today. Finally, yesterday, I wish to wash my lips.
Alright. Shut up. Alright, so we got these fucking the headlights right here. Look at this shit.
They look like clavions, like everything. Next. Should I post an East Coast BMW Porsche?
What are you posting? Tell YouTube, bro. Tell them.
I'm posting my beloved friend's car for sale. Junk ass shit.
1993, 325i, M62.
Tell me if you can see it. Tell me if you can see it. I'll show you.
Alright, so
Right now.
we posted Josh's car for sale for him. If anyone wants it, hit us up quick. $500.
Yo, look at the description. Previous owner. Come.
Things meant 90K manual, fuel type hybrid. That shit's hybrid swapped. Unfinished E36 project. Let's see. M62 B40 with a cyber swap. Come with tubing material. Extra $100. That's a steal. Tubing bender for extra 500. Fire. Needs ECU flash E46 booster trans put on. Currently has half cage and needs to be completed. Thus all tubing materials. Hit me up 500. OBO. Car comes with a set of style 5s, allowed burners, and previous. Fire. Pretty mechanic. Alright, so here's the final product. They're a lot cleaner. Not perfect, but a lot better. Alright guys, so this was the video for today. I'll have another video next week doing something else. I know I gotta get coilovers for this thing. I gotta do the budget E46 angle mod. And yeah, just do a bit of more maintenance, do the blower motor, maybe fix the window, and yeah. So you guys will definitely be seeing me around. So stay tuned till the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up. Look. B-list boys. We all got some hoodies embroidered. Fire. Shout out Jake. Peace.
We just got some Japanese vodka.
Sorry, I'm munching on some garlic.
Tuscan. That's a little
garlic
bit extra.
Tuscan bread. Look how soft.
Char.
Oof.
That's what you called it.
We got some penne al vodka with sausage.
Courtesy
Wegmans.
of Wegmans.
Shout out. Got some red velvet cake.
It smells good.
Some onion dip. Some onion dip and some wavy chips.
The real star of this right now, though, is this vodka because we've never tried it before. And I love Japanese things. So that's why I got this vodka specifically.
You're a weeboo.
What's that? What is that?
Put down in the comments, y'all know what that is. Weeboo.
It makes no sense. Anyway, you think I should take a shot first?
Yeah.
Even though you always say I can't drink.
You can't take a shot. You can't take a shot. A shot is that full thing, and you can't take that.
No, this is a 2-shot glass.
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Alright, it smells good. I could probably, like, do half of this. This is, like, already...
You can't do that.
Alright. Oof. It's actually, like, smooth. But you could feel, like... I feel like you could feel the burn a little bit.
Let me take one. Let me take that. Rest of that.
Mm.
Ready? Cheers.
I could feel it already, though. Yeah, you could feel, like, the... Not feel it, like alcohol-wise, like, not, like, drunk-wise, but you could feel, like, the burning in your stomach,
Feels
right?
pretty good.
You can feel that. Should I do one more?